What's good, YouTube? Car if I can hear Aqua Life Baby. You already know how it is. So I got two of the blue starter decks for Digimon TCG. I'm really just opening them up mostly because I want to see what kind of pack we're gonna be getting. You know what's in our both of our packs. But I also want to kind of go over like what you get in the deck and really kind of like what you want out of this deck moving forward. I know 1.5, the set 1.5 is in like 2 weeks, next Friday, not this upcoming Friday but next Friday, so we'll see. But I kind of already took the plastic off, so honestly the starter decks are actually pretty well built, you know, by the company. You get a pack in each starter deck, and then you get you get your deck here. And I'm just for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and pop this one out here too, just to whip out the pack. But yeah, really wanted to just show you guys. So we got two packs here to open up. And I kind of want to just kind of look at the starter deck with you guys, the Cocytus blue starter deck. So you get the Pseudomon egg. It's okay. It's an okay egg. It's not. Well, I shouldn't say okay. It's not that good. But when they get more cards with that hit your opponent's Digivolution sources, like they start building more around it, I think this will be a good egg. You get your vanilla Gomamons. This Gabumon in here is actually a very good Gabumon. Its ability, its inheritable ability, you know, when you swing and you choose when your opponent is level 5 or lower Digimon and you trash the bottom source, this is a very, very good Gabumon, especially moving forward when we get into set 5 with Hex Blaumon and everything. But even right now, this is just a really good Gabumon, so this is worth picking up. You have Bearmon. It's a vanilla, but it's okay. Again, another 2-cost vanilla Ikakumon. And then you have this Garurumon. You get two of him. This one's an interesting Garurumon. You trash a Digivolution card at the bottom when your opponent's Digimon do it. So it's again, so really what blue initially tries to do is source control, meaning that it's hitting your evolutionary stack, and then once your stack is empty, a lot of the blue cards gain extra abilities or have different clauses for if your opponent has a Digimon on the board that doesn't have a source. So that's really kind of the control version of blue, so to speak, is getting rid of the sources and then getting more benefits on top of getting rid of your opponent's sources. And if they hard cast anything, then that's just easy benefits for you, especially when you're playing, like, you know, I play purple, so a lot of your stuff in purple is being hard casted and called out from the drop and everything like that. So you know, blue can benefit off of it, but they don't really expand on this mechanic really until set 5, I want to say, is when they actually get like a boss card that works with it. You get your 4 blockers. You pretty much need in every deck, so there's value there. But then you get the interesting Where Garurumon. So when your opponent has a Digimon with no source, his inheritable is that if your opponent has a Digimon with no source, this card gets security attack +1. So it just gives you an extra security attack. So it really and I'm going to be actually making a pretty fun. It's not I don't think it's going to be really competitive, but I'm going to make a Garurumon deck because Garurumon is one of my more favorite Digimon. I really like Garurumon. Plus, you know, ice, blue, water, aesthetic type of things. You know, that's me, Aqua Life. But I really wanted to make a Garurumon, kind of like a source control rush type of deck. You know, because I think it's interesting, something to play around with, and something pretty fresh and fun, especially for people who have a hard time and can't get their hands on like $90 Omnimons and whatnot, or $100, however much he is. Just gonna, you know, kind of build a deck and kind of show you what you know, how you can play with it, with with what you can acquire without relying on, you know, just the Omnimon. Now obviously Omnimon is the penultimate card you want in any blue or red deck. You want your Omnimon. It's the best card in the game right now, but Yeah, so we'll see about that. And then you have another sort, kind of a source control card. So this is the trial deck version of Zudomon. There's a different Zudomon that comes in the set. And I'll show you that in my Omni Blue deck profile that I'll upload for you guys soon. But this Zudomon, when you Digivolve, you trash 2 cards at the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. So again, this plays more into that source destruction playstyle, really. Again, is not something where, like, what the source control is really missing is a lot more speed, efficient digivolving, and an actual boss unit that can carry that playstyle. And that's really what blue source control is currently missing. I believe Hecht Blaumon is really the best one, but we don't get him till set 5. That's not really till the end of summer for English, so I'm not even going to worry about that. You get your 2 Placeomons. Now, Placeomon is the vanilla mega of the deck. I actually like this Digimon too, believe it or not. 12k vanillas are extremely strong in Digimon. Like the thing about Digimon is that vanilla cards are usually pretty static, pretty high. Very good security check cards, and just and easy to Digivolve. So 2 cost mega, swings for 12. Just overall a very, very good card, and is definitely a key card in the blue Omni deck anyways. So there's that. But you only get 2, and the way the game's going, you can see why. And then your last 2, the last 2 kind of bosses they give you is the Metal Garurumon. So they have another Metal Garurumon in the set. But this Metal Garurumon in specific just says when attacking once per turn, unsuspended. So he's basically like, you guys know, if you guys play Aqua Force, you swing and then restand. So he's kind of like a Tidal Assault. You could call him a Tidal Assault in a way if you play Vanguard. But really, he's just swing and then restand him. That can be good and bad. The issue that I have with this card, and it's really, I want to say it's 2 issues, but really 1 issue, is that his Digivolve cost is for 4. And a lot of the times, in this game, your opponent's going to memory choke you and try and keep you at between 1 and 2 memory. You have tamers that can set you to 3 memory, but the worst thing in the world is like when you're playing an 11. So first off, he's 11Ks, and blue really has a problem when it comes to hitting higher power levels. To not lose to bigger security checks, tie on most bigger security checks. So power is one thing, and the other thing is that the 4 evil cost, because you just Digivolve into him, and then you're passing your opponent's turn to 1 or 3 if they have the Tame on board. So he's a card, really, once you put him on the board, you want to start swinging with him immediately and reaping that value. But his 4 cost can be pretty detrimental to your strategy, unless you have more ways to kind of gain memory. And blue is really good about gaining memory, but there's that. You have the Matashita. So this is actually a decent Matashita. This is actually a pretty good Matashita, believe it or not. When your opponent at the start of your turn, if your opponent has a card with no Digisource, you gain a memory. So this is also another way, combined with the other Matashita, to which blue can really, you can put yourself to 4 memory and drop the Garurumon, by having him. So, he's a very interesting card. And again, I think he's a card that's going to be a little bit better when we get better bosses for source control. This is honestly the best option in the game right now. Hammerspark. This is actually the most expensive card in this, in the deck. It's like a $10-15 common card from the trial deck. Literally, it's a 0 cost, gain a free memory, and then if it hits in security, gain 2 memory. I told you in the turn report I lost to someone checking this card, so. In security, I was at 1. He checked this card in his last security, and I lost in the finals. This is honestly the best card. Again, if your opponent, if your memory gets set to 3, you drop a Hammer Sprite, you go to 4, then you can drop your Were Garurumon and start swinging in. Sora Blue, and nothing really to talk about here. It's just choose when it's really not a good option card right now. You choose one of your opponent's Digimon with no cards, and they can't attack or block. So it kind of plays more control, kind of like stuns your opponent from being able to do anything, but it has to be a card with no Digivolution sources, and that goes for his security effect as well. So, if your opponent has Digivolution sources all over the board, this card is just, doesn't do anything. Kaiser Nail, obviously a great card. It's actually a really good card. You really only see it in the blue yellow deck, blue yellow Kaiser, playing high end yellow cards, being able to Kaiser Nail out the Magna Angemon and getting recovery. And you also see it in purple Kaiser as well for Millennium Mon plays and whatnot. But otherwise, it's a pretty decent card. I think it definitely fades away in 1.5, but for right now, it's actually a pretty useful card. And you also see it in Megazoo too. I think you see it in Megazoo decks going forward as well. And then you have Cocytus Breath. Cocytus Breath is basically Blue's version of Terra Force, but not that great. And it's actually not a great card, and you really want to run maybe one, probably two, but really just one. It's just a 7-cost bounce opponent's card back to their hand and kill their Digivolution sources. It's going to have some uses with more cards that have abilities where, if you hit the Digivolution source, then gain X ability. But otherwise, this card is kind of it's good to hit in security. It's amazing if you hit in security, but this doesn't get rid of problems. It just delays problems. You'll bounce an Omnimon back to the hand for 7 costs, but then depending on their board state, what they have, they can just go back right into him or something like that. So it's okay. But that's really the trial deck. So here, I'll do the pack opening for you guys real quick. Let's see what we got here. We got Baby Girl Lilithmon. Yeah, I'll take it. We got Magdall Fire as another rare. Okay. Not too shabby. Got Baby Girl Lilithmon out of the pack. You already know purple gets me excited. It's Lilithmon all day, every day. Alright, let's see what we got out of this pack here. The fact that you get a pack with each trial deck is really nice too. And we got nothing. Angemon. We got the Lilymon. Not too bad. Not too horrible. But, okay, cool. Well, we've got Lilithmon at least. So, that is good. Nothing else in here to note. Nothing else in there to note. A bunch of extras that are going to get tossed into my box. But yeah, that's the pack opening. That's the deck box opening. If I have any more packs or anything, I'll definitely open them up for you guys. Otherwise, that's been the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, look forward to I'll have my Omni Blue deck profile up, but I also want to kind of give you guys also a Metal Garurumon build as well. So, yeah, this is Card Fight King, Aqualife Baby, and we're out of here.